What's going on? It's your boy Bowie here. Back at it again with another Sub-Zero video from the Gregarious Glaciologist. Yes, indeed. I'm here to talk about another one of Sub-Zero's up-and-coming teams. I still consider this a niche team, but it's definitely a team that has had an increase in utility. And that team is Sub-Zero Sub-Zero. Okay? So, one of the reasons why I've been very hesitant to play this team, let alone recommend it to people in the past, is because Sub-Zero offers Sub-Zero nothing from 2-1. See, the team of Sub squared, Sub-Zero Sub-Zero, it's a counterpick team. It's a team that you use for very specific matchups or very specific situations from particular teams. I don't know that I would take this team and make it my primary team, because other teams make Sub-Zero much stronger in the neutral and even more deadly in the corner, which is what really matters to this character. But one of the things that sucks is the fact that he can't combo from 2-1. Sub has to spend meter to work from his best button. However, Sub-Zero does combo from everything else, including the overhead and the low, which I don't recommend using that often. Like, you should use this overhead as sparingly as possible, because if the opponent blocks this, you're just dead. Right? And if they block this, you're dead too, because this move is minus 17 on block, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yeah, minus 17. So you don't want to be too reliant on doing single hits into freeze. You want to really hit confirm off of the mid and off of 1-2 as your punish. And in the neutral, just go into your EX Deadly Vapors, right? But one of the benefits of this team is that, you know, Sub-Zero gets utility from every move of the Sub-Zero cameo, especially this and this. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. And then, of course, not to mention the thing that most characters exclusively use Sub-Zero for: protection against zoning. The ice aura right there. Speaking of which, notice my opponent is Sindel, right? And when you're fighting Sindel, you already know what she about to do. Actually, let me try that again. She's going to be doing that to you. And then you got to try to get your way through this. You know what I'm saying? And this can be very difficult to manage. I mean, obviously, you see I'm just walking and blocking and shit. You know, that's how you get around zoning. But, of course, when you throw in the Kung Lao cameo, this becomes aggravating. Of course, the ice aura doesn't care about any of this. And so you can actually put a stop to a lot of shit that characters want to do. Now, obviously, this is not a guaranteed means of hitting the ice ball, because it's still 39 frames. But as you can see, you can block in the neutral, put the ice aura on, and then cancel into your ice ball. Actually, I recommend that. You see that? Because motherfuckers gonna try to stop you from using this ice aura, and when they do, you get fucked up. Or they get fucked up, I should say. And then you get your free combo damage. You see? So that becomes very good for us as Sub-Zero players. This becomes something that is very useful for us in those matchups where character zoning isn't nullified by slide. You know, characters like Liu Kang, characters using the Jade cameo from Chameleon, even characters like Reiko and Raiden. This really helps us out quite a bit because it allows us to withstand their zoning for no damage and put up an ice ball of our own and possibly get a free combo. Or at the very least, it allows us to, you know, trudge right through their zoning situations and not worry about what they're trying to do, you know? So that's one of the huge benefits. Now, offensively, let me see. So offensively, of course, as I told you, we get our hit confirmed from forward 1-2 and 1-2. And our gameplay, or our game plan with this team is very simple. We get them to the corner, and then we do our prototypical sub things. You see what I'm saying? That's what the hell we're supposed to try to do. And invariably, the opponent's going to be like, I ain't dealing with this shit. I'm not going, you know, I'm not going to let you get away with just attacking me and doing blah, 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 blah. And that's okay with us because the parry comes in very clutch for Sub-Zero and Sub-Zero and Sub-Zero. You know what I'm saying? Like, it comes in supremely clutch. Let me demonstrate that real quick. So, if an opponent, let's say, I'm going to have a reaction, recording, get up reversal. Right? So, let me see, stance, and then, whoops. Reversal on, recording with navigation. So, well, they have to be careful with this. Notice they have to be mad careful because if they decide they're going to try to, well, she can't jump kick anyway. Let me use something that's more likely to work. Okay. What? Why didn't she, Oh. Oh. So motherfuckers might try to jump and attack us. Actually, let me change what she does because she's just... There we go. So then I gotta go here. So I'm gonna try to attack. Notice I get hit now, right? I try to go do my throw things, pop, I get hit, right? Not with this parry, I don't. Now, she has to still be careful. Because if she decides she's going to try to attack me, the parry stops all those plans. You see what I'm saying? So not only do they have to worry about getting frozen by the ice clone itself, They also have to worry about getting parried. And speaking of parry, this parry of ours is actually super ill. How do I... Let me turn this off. So for one, this parry's 8 frames. 8 frames. It also has very low recovery, 16 frames of recovery. That's less recovery than stand 1, and definitely less than, you know, down 1. As a matter of fact, oh, it has less recovery than stand 2 does. So you could fake somebody out and then stop it. You know what I'm saying? And you could pretty much move right after. You know what I'm saying? So that's very good for us. That's super good. But one of the best things about the parry is the fact that it becomes an offensive attack that's plus on block. So let me try to get her to mash something. Okay. So let me then... Why didn't she mash? What the hell's going on? Hold on. Interesting. Oh, you know why? Probably because it has to be on stance. No. Interesting. I always forget what the actual... Oh, I turned off the thing. Duh. I turned the reversal off. Okay. And now I gotta get it off the stance hold. I gotta put on stance again. There we go. Okay. So... They can't press. They can't do shit, actually. Now, you gotta be fast with it, of course. They better not. For some reason, I can't clone. Oh, that's not true. You can clone right after that and bait them to poke you if they're the type to mash and tear them up. You gotta be fast with it though. And as you can see, there's not a lot of margin for error. Oh my God. Oh shit. So this is actually really cool. So from range, the further away you hit somebody with this, the more plus you are. And so if they're the type to press buttons when they shouldn't, they can get... Why didn't that freeze them? What the fuck? They can get punished for that. Yeah. So they can actually get punished real bad if they think it's a good idea to try to press on you. But even if you do it up close, like off after a poke, this is a great way to bait people to attack when they shouldn't. You know what I mean? So in addition to down one clone, they have to worry about down one parry as well. So all the things that they normally would have to worry about with clone, they have to worry about that with parry as well. And mind you, clone starts up in 9 frames, parry starts up in 8. So the startup is virtually the same. So if you're mixing in clones and parries and stuff like that up close, the opponent is gonna, you know, get to a point where they're going to stop mashing on you, hopefully. Because they're going to be afraid that after you do forward 1-2, and let me get her out of the corner. Because if you're fighting an opponent that's killing you for doing this, right? Like, let's say they're armoring through. Let me have her do that, actually. Reversal. What's her armor attack? Shit. Oh, it's probably this. Yeah. So they're armoring through your stuff. It's like, okay, say less. What? Why did that not... What the hell? Interesting. That's very strange. Huh. You get the idea, but I guess it doesn't work on Sindel for whatever reason. That's something that they have to change in RS, because there are certain attacks that hit me through the parry when they shouldn't. Because this parry works on jump-ins, overheads, and high attacks. And that's an overhead. So, let me see. I shouldn't get hit there. She should be frozen. Whatever. But you get the idea. Point is, you mix up between this and doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so then they start being afraid to attack you. Because I've had people like Baraka players like Noam Chomsky 69 who caught on to the idea that after forward 1-2 I'm gonna do clone, and so he would just bust through with the armor. And so what I had to do is start just blocking afterwards to bait the armor. But if I had Sub-Zero, I would have just froze him either way. You know what I'm saying? So this parry's good, but this is why it's important for us to lab, because here I am thinking this should work, because it should work, but it don't work. And the only way I would have known that is if I tested it my damn self. And that's what I suggest to you all. All right. Let me see here. Let me put the opponent in the corner. Well, before I even put him in the corner. So as I was telling you before, Sub-Zero's doing his prototypical sub things. Carrying people to the corner off of a simple hit confirm. Not using clone. That way he can use clone later on wake up, you see? Now, if you are going to use clone for, say, the Heavenly Strike, Sub-Zero can use Heavenly Strike off of this, but we have to be very mindful of one particular thing. I want you to notice how quickly she dropped out of that. Clone had an advantage of 81 frames, whereas typically it has an advantage of 121 frames. You see that? So Sub-Zero has 40 less frames to react if you do Heavenly Strike after a Sub-Zero hit confirm. But that's actually favorable for us because it makes our combo very easy. What you do is dash forward, slide. And then you get your Heavenly Strike shenanigans. And by the time the combo's over with, Sub's back. Forward dash, slide. You don't need to time it. You just do it. And as you can see, we get hella damage if it hits. So we can still do our things that we normally do. So if you're doing Heavenly Strike, under normal circumstances, I would have told you to dive kick. Nah, ain't no dive kick, because by the time you dive kick, she's dropped out. Or I would have told you to dash backwards, then dash forwards. Don't do that either. You just, after the triple clone in Heavenly Strike, you dash forward, slide immediately. All right. But then the very last thing, offensive-wise, that we got to consider with this team is what happens in the corner. You know? So, of course, Sub-Zero wants this safe, well, he wants these clone cancels. So he wants to do a combo and end it in some kind of fashion, and then have a clone right in the opponent's face as they get up. Right? That's what Sub-Zero's really meant to do, because this clone lasts longer. So the question is, how does Sub-Zero fit into that? Aside from parrying jump-in attacks, right? And not parrying certain wake-ups of Sindel. So what happens is, this shoulder charge is safe. Oh shit. She's still on reversal. Let me turn that shit off. Stop. And the beautiful thing is, this is a combo. So the overhead combos and the low combos into the shoulder. Right? And so what happens is, should Sub-Zero set up an EX clone and try to do a 50-50 into it, like this, or like this, under normal circumstances, he's at the mercy of whether his opponent blocks or not. And if they block it correctly, they get a full fat combo and he dies, right? Not with Sub-Zero. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens is, if they guess wrong, they're getting frozen. If they guess right, they get nothing. They don't get anything. He's safe. He's plus. Well, not really. He's -1 on block. So he actually can mash afterwards if they decide to poke. So what? They may even get punished for trying to hit him. I'm actually curious about that now. They might even get punished for trying to hit him. Let's test that. Let's test that. Hold on a quick second. I just want y'all to watch this. So I'm Sindel. Notice they guess right. The opponent can still get frozen for trying to take their turn back after being correct about the 50-50. Now I'm pressing her fastest button. Sub-Zero was able to backdash before I could hit anything. I hit Sub, but then he was able to hit me. You see? So that's what I'm talking about. Like, so Sub-Zero gives a modicum of safety on Sub-Zero's corner game, because now the 50-50 aspect of it becomes completely safe due to this shoulder charge. And because it's safe, Sub-Zero can just backdash and let the clone be in somebody's face. And he's like, I wish you might hit me back, bitch. I wish you might. Hit me back. What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? I rather like that. I think that's dope. I think that's dope. So let me show some niche scenarios with character teams where this cameo team can be very useful here. Watch this. So here we have Sub-Zero and Nitara. The Nitara matchup is not fun to fight because of that. So if I throw this out too much, boom, you know what that does. You know that's going to be a Half-Life combo into all kind of dumb shit. Now, of course, we can clone, and clone works out very well for us. But the problem is, if I use this in neutral and then it goes away, now that's not even an option for me. And I get hit. You see? But the parry, parry stops all that dumb shit. It makes Nitara have to be aware of two options that we have to stop her shenanigans, you see? And notice I saved my clone. And so if she decides she want to get wild again, she's getting frozen for her trouble, you see? So of course you don't want to throw out the ice punch too much in this match. You want to throw it out every now and again, just to make sure that they know they can get knocked down. But if they're the type to just be in the air flying all over the place, a dive kick gets stopped. And if I'm not mistaken, this works off of EX dive kick as well. Hold on. You know, the safe one. Hold on. Wait a minute, hold on. I messed that up so bad. Hold on. I actually need to. So then once I do that, I then need to switch over to this and then hit that. Okay. So of course, clone works. And parry still works. So now she spent a bar of meter and received the same result. You see? So this is good. Let me show you some more. So here we have Sub-Zero Scorpion. Scorpion Fair is one of the most aggravating teams in the game. And as you can see, Scorpion doesn't give a damn about our clone. He'll combo right through it. Right? But I tell you what he does give a damn about, this parry. Well, I gotta do it faster. He cares about that. Yes, he does. He even cares about it mid-screen, too. Because if you just happen to believe that he's gonna do something, you can just freeze him. Where's my damn frame data? What the fuck? Better give me my damn frame data. Shit. Anyway. See that? Bitch. Don't you dare. So. Now, of course, from further away, you may have to do strings into EX Deadly Vapors, and that's okay. But it's something else that he has to worry about. You see what I'm saying? So let me show you one more scenario. So here we have a team that is just anathema to us. Takeda. And clone just doesn't mean very much to this character. Dude. Because Takeda will whip you right through the clone. Notice that was a punish too. You see that? So this is a match in which it just doesn't really help us to do Ice Clone at all. But I tell you what it does help to do. That parry. And because Takeda's armor is really slow, if we think that he's going to wake up, we can actually just forward one Ice Clone and he'll just get frozen. You know? So he just cannot. He can't get too risky for the biscuit. You know what I'm saying? Because if he does, he's getting parried all day long. And of course, we know that Takeda has these air shurikens that, I don't even know how you do the shits. Oh, no, it's these. This shit here. Why is he reversing? What the fuck? That's weird. Anyway. Oh, he's doing some auto reverse shit. That's funny as hell. Oh, turn that shit off. All right, anyway. So yeah. So somebody had the bright idea to give this character a full screen diagonal low projectile, which is really stupid. They should have been mid. Especially considering the fact that he can instant air do the shits. You know. But, as we know, Sub-Zero helps with that too. Let me see. Oh. I always forget. Notice Sub doesn't care about that. So you put this on. Now suddenly that projectile zoning doesn't really mean anything. Why did he stop? Interesting. But, you know. But the point of what I'm saying is Sub-Zero offers Sub-Zero a hell of a lot. Much more than what even I initially realized, especially now in this meta. And so this is a team that you should consider using for very niche situations. Use them for those characters where they dominate the mid screen instead of you. All right? Play smart. Avoid YOLO slides. Avoid relying on 50-50s. Be methodical and intelligent because we're the Grandmaster of the Lin Kuei. Grandmaster has to be smart, you know? But with that being said, I appreciate y'all for watching. I'll catch y'all later. Stay froze.